Hey, my name is Dexter, and I will finally finish a game, hopefully. I have quite a few projects which was interesting and fun to learn game development with, but all these have one thing in common: they are all unfinished. One of my projects is ironically called Project I Will Finally Finish. Of course I never did. My goal was to make a simple game that I can finish fairly easily and publish it to the Play Store. I decided to make a physics-based arcade game because man, I simply love physics. In the game, you have to get from one planet's gravitational zone to another so you can travel further and further in the galaxy. This is possible because each planet has its own gravitational zone which pulls towards them. With this force, you gain momentum, and with a little help from the engines, you can break away from the gravitational zone to target the next planet. This is called slingshot effect, which is actually used by real astronauts, so technically this game can be a spaceship simulator. I quickly started a new Unity project and began to work. I had a little trouble programming the gravity, so I rented some code from Brackeys and made a quick demo that I could play around with. After some testing and changing the forces, I found the movement that I wanted for the spaceship. First, I tried to make it realistic and only applied force to the ship on the x-axis. But it turned out that this would be real hard because you would have to be very precise. You would have to do calculations in seconds that space engineers do for a living. So I changed it. And now the player applies forces on the x and the y-axis as well. In order to move the ship forward, I needed planets continuously, so I made a system that spawns planets in front of the ship and discharges them behind it, because we really need to take care of something called frames per second. One thing I realized, that you can skip planets if you are not going around them as you are supposed to, which makes the game a whole lot easier. So I added a fuel bar, which only fills up if you are close to a planet. And I think it is important to mention, if you accidentally go away from the planets into deep space, game over. And also, if you crash your spacecraft into the planet, game is over as well. So no loopholes, go around the planet, that is the rule. With this, I finished most of the gameplay. It is time to make it look good. Since I have questionable skills in 3D modeling, I went online to gather some fine-looking models. Back then, in the good old days, Google Poly was still running, which was a free 3D modeling site, so I could borrow a lot of models. Actually all of them. I got all the models that are in the game from Google Poly. The game was looking good at this point. I started being creative with the design. I made my own Skysphere, which is basically the background of the game. It gives you the illusion that you are in space, moving forward from planet to planet. I also made a special background for my menu, which was an animation about our solar system. I had only one problem with these designs. They were simply too good looking. The hardware simply couldn't handle it. Since I am trying to make this project a mobile game, I have to be careful with the performance. With these designs, it could only run on 10 frames per second maximum. I had to dump the cool menu and change the Skysphere, and also optimize a lot of code to be more performance friendly. After these changes, it was running smoothly on my phone. Despite these downgrades, I was quite happy about the looks of the game. And with these problems out of the way, there is only one thing left: money. I want to make at least $1 with this game, so I can put one more line in my CV saying that I am a professional game developer. But how do I make money with a game? There are many options that you can choose from, but I decided to use advertisements which are not forced on the player. But if you watch it, you get some sort of reward. In this case, some in-game score. So of course I added more spaceship models which can be bought with the scores you collect during your runs. Or you can watch an advertisement if you like shortcuts. And oh yeah, I almost forgot. Sound. I generated some sounds for the low fuel warning, for the sound of the thrust, and the explosion as well. I think it fits the game, but oh boy, I'm sorry in advance for the music, because it's such a banger. Yeah, made it in like 20 minutes in Boscateo. Overall, I am proud. I finally finished a decent project that I could upload to Google Play Store. If you search for Slingshot Effect, it should pop right up. But if you don't find it, link is in the description. And that was it. Thank you.